Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to discuss practical applications of Bernoulli's equation. As we had already covered Bernoulli's equation from Euler's equation, okay, which is P upon gamma plus V square upon 2G plus Z is equal to constant. Okay, this is your Bernoulli's equation. Then today's we are going to see practical applications of Bernoulli's equation. There are three practical applications of Bernoulli's equation. These are venturimeter, orifice meter, and pitot tube. Okay, these three practical applications of Bernoulli's equations are nothing but discharge measuring devices. We have to measure discharge or rate of flow of fluid through that apparatus. It means that we have to calculate or we have to measure discharge through venturimeter, through orifice meter, as well as through pitot tube. Okay, then going to first discharge measuring device or first practical application of Bernoulli's equation, which is venturimeter. Venturimeter, as I had already told that venturimeter is a device used to measure rate of flow or used to measure discharge. Okay. Therefore, it consists of three parts. First part is short convergent part. Second part is middle throat, and third part is diverging part. Okay, this is the diagram of venturimeter. Okay, in that first inlet part is convergent part, middle second part is throat, and last part is diverging part. Okay, these are the three main parts of venturimeter. Okay, and this venturimeter is based on Bernoulli's equation. Therefore, as we already know that it is discharge measuring device, therefore how to calculate discharge through venturimeter? For that you have one derivation, which is expression for rate of flow through venturimeter. Okay, we have to calculate discharge, theoretical discharge, and actual discharge, how it is measured through venturimeter or venturi tube. Okay, therefore consider a venturimeter fitted in a horizontal pipe through which fluid is flowing. Suppose water is flowing through that venturimeter as shown in figure. This is your diagram of venturimeter. In that venturimeter, water is flowing through that tube or that venturimeter. Okay, as water is flowing, therefore the diameter, it has been given that diameter at inlet section D1 is the diameter of inlet section, then P1 is the pressure of inlet section, and V1 is the velocity of inlet section. It means that velocity of converging part. Okay, therefore from D1 calculate area. Area is area or area at section 1, which is pi by 4 D1 square. Okay, similarly from inlet section, similarly corresponding values D2, P2, V2 and A2 are the corresponding values are at section 2. Okay, it means that at section throat section. Therefore, applying Bernoulli's equation at section 1 and 2. We have to apply Bernoulli's equation at section 1. Section 1 is your inlet section and section 2 is your throat section. Okay. Then by applying Bernoulli's equation at both section, we will got P1 upon rho g plus V1 square upon 2g plus Z1 is equal to P2 upon rho g plus V2 square upon 2g plus Z2. Okay. Then it has been given that your pipe is horizontal. As pipe is horizontal, therefore Z1 is equal to Z2, and Z1 and Z2 are, Z1 is the distance from datum line to the center of pipe at section 1, and Z2 is same as that of section 2. Okay, but in this case your pipe is horizontal. If pipe is laid at horizontal, therefore both distances, both datum heights are same. Therefore Z1 and Z2 are same. Therefore both sides Z1 and Z2 are cancelled to each other. So we got P1 upon rho g plus V1 square upon 2g is equal to P2 upon rho g plus V2 square upon 2g. Okay. Or we can write P1 minus P2 upon rho g is equal to P1 minus P2 upon rho g is equal to V2 square upon 2g minus V1 square upon 2g. Consider it for P1 minus P2 upon rho g. Okay. In next line, what it has been given that, but P1 minus P2 upon rho g is the difference of pressure head at section 1 and 2, and which is equal to small h. P1 upon gamma is pressure head at section 1, and P2 upon gamma or P2 upon rho g is the pressure head at section 2. Okay, but here it has been given that P1 minus P2 upon rho g. Okay, therefore P1 minus P2 upon rho g, what it is? Difference of pressure head at section 1 and 2. And for difference of pressure head P1 minus P2 upon rho g, we can say it as small h. Okay, therefore put value of small h is equal to P1 minus P2 upon rho g. Then you will got h is equal to V2 square upon 2g minus V1 square upon 2g. Okay. Now after that, apply continuity equation, which is discharge at section 1 is equal to discharge at section 2. Therefore A1 V1 is equal to A2 V2. Write it for V1. Therefore V1 is equal to A2 V2 upon A1. Now put V1 is equal to A2 V2 upon A1 in above equation. Okay, it means that in equation 6.6. Then you will got H is equal to, put instead of V1 A2 V2 upon A1. Okay, and write it for V2. We had put V1 is equal to A2 V2 upon A1 in equation H is equal to V2 square upon 2g minus V1 square upon 2g. Okay, then after solving this equation, write it for V2. Okay, therefore you will got V2 is equal to what? V2 is equal to A1 upon square root of A1 square minus A2 square under root of 2gh. Okay, now we have to calculate discharge. Therefore discharge is equal to either A1 V1 or A2 V2. Here select Q is equal to A2 V2. Therefore by putting value of V2 is equal to A1 upon square root of A1 square minus A2 square multiply by root of 2gh in equation of discharge. Okay, then you will got Q is equal to A2 multiply by A1 upon square root of A1 square minus A2 square multiply by root of 2gh, or simply we can write A1 A2 upon square root of A1 square minus A2 square multiply by root of 2gh. Okay, this is the discharge, theoretical discharge. Okay, this equation here it has written as A1 A2 upon under root of A1 square minus A2 square multiplied by root of 2gh, equation 6.7. Okay, this equation 6.7 is nothing but theoretical discharge through Venturi meter. Okay, theoretical discharge through Venturi meter, your value should be A1 A2 upon square root of A1 square minus A2 square multiplied by root of 2gh. Okay, but there in Venturi meter there are two types of discharge: theoretical discharge and actual discharge. Theoretically, your value of discharge should be as per calculation of equation 6.7. Okay, but in actual case, there are some losses. Therefore, take coefficient of discharge for actual discharge, which is Q actual is equal to CD multiply by A1 A2 upon square root of A1 square minus A2 square multiply by root of 2gh. It means that this is your actual value of discharge. Okay, whenever we are passing water through that Venturi meter, which is located horizontal, your actual value should be Q actual is equal to CD multiplied by A1 A2 upon square root of A1 square minus A2 square multiplied by root of 2gh. म्हणजे ऍक्च्युअली तुमची एवढी व्हॅल्यू येणार आहे. आणि CD काय आहे? कोइफिशियंट ऑफ डिस्चार्ज इन Venturi meter, and its value is less than 1. Generally, it has been taken as CD is equal to 0.98. Okay, that value less than 1. पण आता वरचं जे इक्वेशन आहे, इक्वेशन नंबर 6.7, क्यू थेरोटिकल, तर थेरोटिकली आपली व्हॅल्यू कुठली यायला पाहिजे? A1 A2 अपॉन स्क्वेअर रूट ऑफ A1 स्क्वेअर मायनस A2 स्क्वेअर मल्टिप्लाय बाय रूट ऑफ 2gh थेरोटिकली. पण ऍक्च्युअल केस मध्ये काय होतं? देयर आर सम लॉसेस whenever water is flowing through section 1 to section 2. Therefore, it has been multiplied by coefficient of discharge of Venturi meter CD. Therefore, you will got actual discharge which is passing through that Venturi meter or that Venturi tube. Okay, आले लक्षात? Theoretical आणि actual discharge. And your actual discharge always less than theoretical discharge. Okay, because we had multiplied that by coefficient of discharge, and that coefficient of discharge is value less than 1. Therefore, ultimately we will got actual discharge always less than theoretical discharge. Okay, calculation of actual discharge and calculation of theoretical discharge problem on finding of discharge always ask your university exam. Okay, now the value of small h, it means that the value which is given as under root of root 2gh. Okay, where H is, what is the value, what is the meaning of H, small h, that H is difference of mercury level in YouTube manometer, differential YouTube manometer. Okay, then there are three cases of value of H given by differential YouTube manometer. Okay, now case 1. What is the case 1? It has given that if differential manometer contain, if differential manometer contain a liquid which is heavier than liquid flowing through a pipe. It means that we had taken differential YouTube manometer, okay, in venturimeter for measuring the difference of uh, height of two pipes. Okay, but here case 1 is given that if differential manometer contain heavier liquid, म्हणजे जो काही मॅनोमीटर पार्ट आहे, मॅनोमेट्रिक पार्ट डिफरन्शियल मॅनोमीटर मधला, तर त्या मॅनोमीटर मध्ये तुमचं जे काही लिक्विड आहे तर ते हेवियर आहे दॅन दॅट ऑफ लिक्विड फ्लोईंग थ्रू द पाईप. सपोज तुमचं मॅनोमेट्रिक लिक्विड जे आहे हेवियर लिक्विड, ते जर मर्क्युरी असेल आणि जे काही लिक्विड फ्लोईंग थ्रू पाईप आहे, सपोज कन्सिडर करा की त्या लिक्विड पाईप मधून वॉटर पास होत आहे. ओके, पाईप मधून वॉटर पास होत आहे आणि मॅनोमीटरच्या पोर्शन मध्ये तुमचा मर्क्युरी आहे. ओके, देन वी हॅव टू कॅल्क्युलेट H. Okay, difference of two pressure, difference of height at manometric level. Then H is to be calculated as X in bracket of SH upon S0 minus 1. Okay, where H is, what is meant by H, where H is the value of difference between manometric liquid, okay, SH heavier liquid, S0 lighter liquid, specific gravity minus 1, and X जो आहे बघा, X difference of heavier liquid in YouTube, म्हणजे X जो आहे तर difference of heavier liquid in column in YouTube. Okay, therefore H is to be calculated as height. H is to be calculated as H is equal to X up in bracket SH upon S0 minus 1. Okay, this is your case 1. केस 2 मध्ये कसं फाइंड करणार, इफ डिफरन्शियल मॅनोमीटर. आता केस 2 काय आहे, अपोजिट टू दॅट ऑफ केस 1. म्हणजे केस 1 मध्ये मॅनोमीटर मध्ये तुमच्या हेवियर लिक्विड होतं. ओके, आता केस 2 मध्ये काय येणार, मॅनोमीटर मध्ये लाइटर लिक्विड आणि जो काही पाईप आहे तर त्या पाईप मधून हेवियर लिक्विड पास होत आहे. केस 1 is if differential manometer contain liquid which is lighter than liquid flowing through the pipe. Okay, differential manometer contain lighter liquid and pipe contain heavier liquid. Then value of H can be calculated as H is equal to X in bracket 1 minus S1 upon S0, where S1 is the specific gravity of lighter liquid, S0 is the specific gravity of fluid flowing through that pipe. Okay, only difference is that case 1 and case 2. In above case, it is SH upon S0 minus 1. In case 2, 1 minus S1 upon S0. S1 is specific gravity of liquid, lighter liquid, and S0 is specific gravity of fluid flowing through that pipe. Okay, now Third case is when incline venturimeter is there. If incline venturimeter is there, then we have to calculate H by P1 upon rho g plus Z1 minus P2 upon rho g plus Z2, which is equal to X in bracket SH upon S0 minus 1, where SH is specific gravity of heavier liquid, S0 is specific gravity of lighter liquid, and X is the difference of manometric liquid. Okay. Then case number 4 is again given that for inclined venturimeter in which differential manometer contain a liquid which is lighter than liquid flowing through the pipe. It means that in inclined venturimeter there are two cases, case number 3 and case number 4. For inclined venturimeter, okay, and case number 1 and case number 2 are for horizontal venturimeter. Okay. Therefore, for inclined venturimeter, if differential manometer contain liquid lighter than that of liquid flowing through that pipe, therefore again from similarly from case 1 and case 2, H is equal to X in bracket 1 minus S1 upon S0. Okay. It means that you have to remember, if you have to remember only first two cases, then also your case number 3 and case number 4 is same as that of case number 1 and case number 2. Only we have to remember that whether manometric liquid is heavier or manometric liquid is lighter than that of liquid flowing through the pipe. Okay. Now there are problem asked on venturimeter, orifice meter, and then pitot tubes are there. Okay. Further part we will discuss in next lecture.